Hey y'all, welcome to My Way Mysteries, the channel that brings you interdimensional content, which means that the readings are from a broad and expansive point of view as they are channeled through vast dimensions of space and time and therefore should resonate with you guys whenever you come across them. So, today's reading is coming through INZUNZA and the Indigo. I did an Indigo reading on Friday, ne? But I started getting more downloads in connection to the message that was put out. It's like a message yakho nibingaphelelanga. And yes, I actually now understand why the message was like that. But because it was so like red, it was so like it was masculine. And indigo is very feminine energy, but now I understand it's because there's this collaboration that's happening between the indigo and Inzunza. Inzunza bringing the indigo into its energy and kind of like showing it its ways. At the same time, the indigo bringing Inzunza into its energy and showing it its ways. So, collaboration. That might mean, okay, let me not go there yet. Maybe it's not time yet. Yes, it's very much like it's very much like a dance between like water and fire type of vibes, right? Which I mean someone would be like, nah, that can't happen. Well, it's happening. It's happening. Because also I need you to understand also in Zunza, yes, at its more immature stage, which is kind of like that reading I deleted. That's why I deleted it because it was more on like that red vibe. But then if Fire Zunza at its mature stage, like at a point where it is self-aware, it's not the red flame. It's not this kind of flame. It's the flame of like plasma. It's blue flame. It's like lightning. It's that kind of flame. So it's basically, it's as if these two are saying that we're more alike than we think. We should collaborate. It actually makes sense. Um, and in this state, funny enough, and yet Inzunza is still representing the masculinity part of things, and Indigo the feminine part of things, and the collaboration. But it's not in the way that we're thinking, like opposites type of thing. It's not that. They're not coming to each other as opposites. They're coming to each other just as like different dimensions, different states of consciousness, but that are collaborative, right? Yeah, there seems to be an invitation that nature has brought about that is allowing these two parts to work together. These could represent you being in one state, someone else being in another state, and you guys collaborating. And it could also represent different states within the self. Um, Inzunza is coming in with more of like that power type of energy, not forceful, nah, but the ability to move that which may have previously be like that which would have previously been seen as immovable. Inzunza's like, what's me? But that's the thing. Then Indigo is coming across with the same energy, just not using the same strategy. Inzunza comes in with like, flow, but at the same time, flow moves that which is immovable. So that's the thing. It's almost like they're saying, we're doing the same thing. We're just able to do it in different ways, which is good because not every situation is the same. Not every situation calls for the same type of energy. And okay, cool. So what it feels like is happening here for you personally in your your life, how this is manifesting. You're used to operating in a certain kind of way. And now there's a new energy introducing itself into your life and saying, there's nothing wrong with the way you do things. But not everything, as you've seen, is receptive to the way you do things. So maybe you go around saying unenzunza and there's a certain way in which you approach certain situations and you're used to that. I mean, if unenzunza, you might be afraid of the way that you approach certain situations, but also you're used to that. But there's this indigo part of you that is coming up and saying, we don't have to do things this way. Do you know what this feels like? It feels like your higher self has a crush. Like, I don't even know how that happens. But yeah, if ever there's an entity that you walk with that is similar to INZUNZA, or like, something like that. Like, INZUNZA yako having a crush. That's what it seems like. It seems like there's another entity within your peripheral. Or, for instance, as an indigo, your higher self is having a crush because there's this Nzunza energy that's coming within your peripheral. Do you guys get what I'm saying here? Like, is it making sense? Basically, there's an energy that you walk with, be it an entity, be it a higher being, a higher self, or something like that. In this case, because this reading is an Nzunza and Indigo reading, it's coming across as those two. But there's an attraction here. There's an attraction here. It's not the first time this has come up on this channel. There's actually a reading. I'll put the link in the description box. Maybe you'll resonate and maybe it will give even more expansion. But yeah, there's something like that. Hey, and the question is, what does this mean for you? It seems to mean harmony. It's as if, and I know you'll be like, no, but Zanne, my Nzunza is supposed to be my love. You said that the Nzunza love story is with me. Yes, silly. So obviously, if your Nzunza is feeling an attraction, Nzunza is not human. Pelukumbule in that state, it's not human. I funny now way. I would see man just say it. Oh my God, made us sibe, together or something. Obviously, kunomuntu angizohamba nalo moya lo omunye lo oyi indigo or something like that. So it means kaloku attraction. Nawe uzawuba attracted kulo mntu ohamba ne-indigo njengoba wena uhamba nenzunza, or if wena uhamba nenzunza, like yabona kanjalo nje. Understand? No one is stealing your nzunza away from you. Relax. Instead, inzunza yakho ihlanganisa nomuntu. Kahle kahle kune set up situation la, yinto engiyibonayo mina. You are being set up. Those of you that are in committed relationships and married, this could be a friendship. So you're meeting someone that you're going to really connect with. It doesn't have to be on a romantic level, guys. It can be someone that inspires you or is showing you a different part of yourself and a part of yourself that you aspire to. So not all of you is this a romantic sexual situation. No. For some of you it's a thing where and for some of you, if you're married and you're in a committed relationship, it's kind of like this different aspect of your partner. It's this thing where you found a new aspect to your partner that you are newly attracted to. So it's kind of like there's this new level to your relationship that is being opened up to you guys, which I think is so nice. You know how hard people work to we need to find the spark again, find the spark. Sense. Like for you guys, the spark is coming up naturally in these new aspects that are opening up within each other that are going to deepen the connection that you guys have to one another. And then Yana, for those of you who are not in committed relationships, it is going to come in another person. But again, it doesn't have to be romantic. This can be a friend. It can be someone that you suddenly feel very close to. It can be someone that I'm just getting like this person, whether you are the one Nzunza or the one who is an indigo, the other person, so which means both of you are going to feel like this. It's as if you're presenting something bigger. You represent something bigger to them, something bigger than they thought was available out there. Like, you both feel like you can learn from one another. You both feel as though, you are expanding one another's, like, way of processing reality, way of being, way of feeling, way of thinking. This is going to put you outside of this comfort zone where you felt as if like you know everything, where you felt as though you knew everything about attraction, where you felt as though you knew everything about romantic connections, where you felt as though you know everything about friendships. This is going to stretch you, fam, because all of a sudden there's this new thing. Again, with the ones that are committed and like, it's this person that you've known for a while. I mean, you know them, but all of a sudden it's like you're attracted to them anew. To those of you who are not in committed relationships, you've been in other relationships. You feel like you know how this goes, right? It's attraction, then it's this, then it's that. But this is not going to take that road. This is going to challenge you in a good way. Like, this is not one of those things where like izokila, like it's gonna challenge you in a way that's gonna make you depressed and cry. That's only gonna happen if you insist on doing things the way you normally do them, because it means that you're not an expansive person. You're a person who is conditioned to think that things only work when they are a specific way, that things only succeed when they are done in a specific way. And this is to show you something different. This is to reveal a different path for you. Yeah, this is all transcendental, but it's not the first time you're doing this. I'm getting that you've unlocked a certain part of your template, be it INZUNZA template or your Indigo template, and that's why it's allowing for this kind of like advanced experience to occur for you, and you've been lucky enough to connect to another person who's going through the same like ascension, who has been allowed the same privilege of experience as you have, and you guys get to experience it together. Guys, can I tell you something? This is gonna feel so good. Like, those of you that are not used to feeling good, like, listen fam, oh my god, you're not gonna believe it. You're gonna feel like you're on a shroom trip the whole time. Just remember, Ugusi, a shroom trip does this, ne? It ebbs and flows. But don't get caught in the sauce. Like I said, this is not one of those things. It's not a test. This is not that. This is not trials and tribulations. Like, this is not that. This is not that. The only way in which this ends up in tears, and I'm not saying it means you guys are going to be connected forever. No, please also understand, like, for those of you who are not in committed relationships, let's say, for instance, this ends up in you guys disconnecting after a while. That's still not going to bring about tears for you. You're going to leave, if you do leave, you're going to leave with an elevated understanding of things. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This is not about teaching you some hard lesson. This is soft, you guys. This is beautiful. This is going to leave you feeling like this. Look at how relaxed she is. Look at how yobona nama chakras are activated. Like, yazini, kumnandi. This is also gonna leave you feeling empowered, like in yourself. It's gonna have you feeling, I don't wanna say it's gonna leave you feeling as if definitely it's going to leave you. Cause I don't know. But it's going to have you feeling strength within yourself. This is not something where you make someone else the center of your world and everything begins to revolve around them and you begin to revolve. No, no, no. This is not that. This is this is you elevating yourself enough to be able to conduct relationships with others from a very empowered standpoint. From a standpoint where you neither need to submit nor to dominate. Those are no longer the only two options on the table. You're receiving more options. Zanne, what options? I don't know. That's what you're going to find out. Trust yourself and trust your Indigo template or your Nzunza template. Just trust yourself. This is good. This is enjoyable. Just let yourself Have some fun, okay? Let yourself be happy. Okay, cool. That's what I have for you guys. If the reading resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to book a reading, all the information is in the description box. Cool.